Hi guys, welcome back to the sunny Isle of Wight. Glorious day today. I'm in my polytunnel and I've got leeks, hundreds of leeks. I'll tell you what I mean. Let's go to allotment. So there we are, back at my home allotment. Still don't know what to do with this, whether to keep this going and keep my allotment going, you know, make up my allotment, or whether just to transfer all this up. Still don't know what to do, in two minds. We'll work on that one. So let's do the update. So yeah, we'll get back to the leeks in a minute, but let's have a look. I don't know if you can see through here. We have got strawberries. So the strawberry bed is now full of strawberries, and there's 36 strawberry plants in there now. So hopefully strawberries will be coming to us soon. My beans, this is my beans. My beans have decided to wilt and die. My seeds have not grown and the weeds have taken over. So that's pretty much my beans, which were going to be the French beans. Peas, peas in the other hand, they are doing really well. They're about waist height now, doing really well. I just need to pin those up. They keep grabbing on themselves and then the wind blows them off, but we'll be pinning those up just a bit later on after this video. Pinning my peas up. Done a lot of weeding, done a lot of sorting out as well. So parsnips are all looking good. There's some nice lines of parsnips there. Plenty of watering to do because the sun has been streaming for the past couple of days. It's just been beautiful. Oh, and how about these? How about these? Look at this. Can you see in it? Oh, look at that. That's one of my purple topped turnip, I think it is. Purple top turnip there. Never grown these before. Doing really well. I've got some more seeds in that bed as well, because obviously I didn't want them all in one go. Even though probably next year I will. I'll probably just do it because I could have that lot up and another lot in. Because I can, you know, make stews and freeze it. These are the greyhound. Apart from that one, that's not a greyhound, that's a weed. Take that out. So these are my greyhound cabbages. They're doing really well. I've got some netting over them now because the old white butterfly will be coming out. So they're doing really well. Sweet corn's starting to pick up a little bit now because of the hot weather. They do seem to like the warm weather. So they're picking up. And each one of those has got a bean growing. And you can see each one. You can see that each one's got a bean. So we're trying the bean and sweet corn thing, see if that works. So I've got a lot of gonna plant some more beans in here, just because my runner beans were absolutely useless. The white swan, just absolutely useless this year. Nothing at all from those. This is my garlic. Now my garlic shot up. I actually thought, got confused the other day. I thought this was my sweet corn because they just absolutely shot up. But that's my garlic. I did sort of earth them over. Somebody said to earth over the bulbs, so I've done that, and hopefully they'll swell. But we've got to keep the watering going. The onions not doing too bad. They did start to go to seed, so I've been pinching the seeds out. Not sure why they've been doing that, and I found out why we're getting this knocking over of the onions that we thought was getting blown over. But of course we really haven't had any strong winds, and we think it's a cat laying in them. So we're going to keep an eye out for the cat, even though I've got a cat scarer. But they're coming along. The bulbs aren't quite you know, swelling up for me. So, but I don't know if it's early days yet. So we'll see what happens there. Lettuce, oh, excuse me. lettuces, on the other hand, are doing fantastically. So I'm going to have to start giving these away, otherwise they're going to end up going to seed. And we'll plant some more lettuce over there. So far crops are looking better than ever, and I have to thank everyone for their help, because if it wasn't for you guys with your little tips and tricks, we wouldn't be getting where we are today. Now these are my beetroot. They're doing really well as well. So yeah, looking fantastic. So 3 rows of beetroot there. Carrots, on the other hand, not so good. Ooh. Ooh, not so good on the carrots. They're a bit higgledy-piggledy. A few have, few haven't, sort of thing. I haven't really had to pick them out either, because they're just grown so badly. The seeds are not taken at all. Really, you know, not as well as the ones that I planted in January in my polytunnels, which I'll show you those. So yeah, not so good. These mainly tops at the moment, but these are my swede. So hopefully we'll get some swede from that, and not just green. And then here I planted out some what do you call it? Oh, it's gone. Chard. That's right, some chard. But we did have a cat kept going in there. It's been unusual for cats this year, because I've been here 3 years now, and for 2 of the years we've never really had cats in the garden. And then all of a sudden we've had an abundance of cats in the garden. So we're not too sure what's happening there. Believe it or not, I did weed these, but it looks like they need another weeding. These are my pumpkins, my climbing pumpkins. They went sort of yellow, and then they went green, and they're starting to yellow again. So I am doing Epsom salts to try and, because that's what sort of made them go green again, I feel. So we are trying the Epsom salts. So we got onions that we planted in January. They're doing quite well, but again, they're starting to go to seed. I'm not sure why they go to seed. Somebody said it's lack of water. So I'd like to, if you could leave comments below in the old comments box, and just let me know, you know, why these things go to seed when they're not really grown very much. So, and then here we've got my onions from seed, and it's the first time I've ever grown onions from seed, so I'm really proud of those. So they're doing really well. And then down here we have got butternut squash, and down the bottom there we have got courgettes, but they're round. They're going to be round courgettes. I've not seen that before, so that'll be quite interesting. And this is my forest of gooseberries. My gooseberry bush has decided to flop over, so I've got to get some more canes in there. It doesn't seem to want to support itself. First year of Xena. They're the Xena there, the red gooseberry. And then here we've got raspberry, which just seem to grow and then just shrivel up into a little dried up there. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong there. And thank you to the subscriber that told me that this is Granny's bonnet, and I've got Granny's bonnet. So I'm not going to pull that up, because I think that looks quite beautiful. So that's Granny's bonnet, and it looks nice with the bricks behind it. So here we have got some. I've got to prick this lot out. We've got good old slugs getting in there, and snails, so I've got to prick those out. But that is, oh, what do you call it? Totally gone out of my mind. It's Tuscan kale. That was it, kale. This is kale. So I've got to prick a load of that out, and I think it looks like I've got to cover it as well, because I think the pigeons are getting in there. So let's go and have a look in the polytunnel. So, as we said, we have got leeks in the polytunnel. Now we really have. I've got a bucket of leeks here, and we've got a punnet of leeks there. So quite a lot of leeks. And if it wasn't for one of my plotters, my allotmenteers up at my allotment site, who's just given me a bath, I wouldn't actually have anywhere to put them. I've overlooked that and filled the bed that was going to be my leeks bed. So I'm going to try them in a bath. See what you think. We've got radishes on the go. This is my second attempt at radishes. I've got, so these are my spare cherry peppers and sweet banana peppers and tomatoes. They're my spare ones because somebody said, oh, don't give them all away. So I haven't, I've kept some spare. Shallots, these are my Zebrunga or banana shallots. So they're starting to fatten up, so I think they're going to start, need to find somewhere for those. Second bed of mixed leaf. Now the wife's already got one of these on the windowsill and it's still lasting, and we're still having salads and salad sandwiches and things, so that's really common. So I've done another one, so we've got some more fresh leaf there. Fantastic, having that just growing on your windowsill, what a good idea that is. This is my celery, golden celery. That's coming on really well. Haven't really played with celery before, so if you could help me with this. Is this getting big enough now, do you think, to put in its final position? And then sort of what do I do with it? You know, is it too small? I don't know. If you could just let me know, it'd be great. Melody's peppers. This was the shop bought pepper that we cut up for a stir fry and then took the seeds out and we planted them, or Melody planted them, my daughter, and they're growing really well, really well. So my carrots are doing really well, and I planted these as an experiment. Planted them in January and I just wanted to see how they'd grow in the polytunnel, and they've done really well, so I'm happy with that. We've got butternut squash. I've got to plant that up the allotment. That should do well. Lots of things coming on. These are an assortment of chilies. I did lose the sticks, so I don't quite know what they are, but we've got a selection of cane and purple. We've got some red boy or big boy or something like that. So once they've grown, we'll be able to identify them a bit more with the packets that I've got. These are Cape gooseberries. Looks like we've got some slugs coming in and just having a little nibble there. So I'm going to have to sort those out. Over here, my poor cucumbers. These were going to be my gherkins. And I've got one that's not doing too bad and one that's not doing well at all, and one of them died. So that wasn't very good. But I think I've got some more coming, so hopefully fingers crossed there. This is my rhubarb that I was given just a bit of root, and I thought, oh, I'll just plant that in the pot, and she's coming along lovely. That's just been in there a couple of weeks now, and she is doing really well, so I'm happy with that. Over this side, the other side of my polytunnel, starting at the back, doing really well in here. So we've got cooker melons. They're growing up quite nicely there. This one lost its tip, so I'm waiting for another tip to grow, which I think it will. This one's not doing too bad, just climbing up the pole. And then we've got aubergines, and the aubergines, look at that, quite nice little bit of height there on that aubergine. I've never really grown aubergines before, so I don't know if this thing's a cut off or just leave it or what really. So I'm feeding it and letting them do what they do, and we've got two more there, so they're doing really well. I'm happy with those, considering I've never grown them before. This is something new. Tomatoes, now we should be able to give you some names here. This is Moneymaker, so good traditional tomato there. So I'm taking the shoots out from in between the stalks. I'm taking the bottom leaves off as it grows higher, so I think I'm doing things as I should be. We've got some flowers coming on, so that's good. So yeah, they're all coming along nicely. Over this side we have got, these are the tigerellas, tomatoes, and they're doing really well as well. Got some nice height on them. Again, I'm taking the lower leaves off as they grow higher. Now these ones were some spare ones I had, so this could be anything. Oh, these are black cherry. So these are 3 black cherries I've got here. They're quite new. They were only small when I put them in. I only put them in a couple of days ago, so they're coming along. These ones here, what have we got here? Red pear. These are going to be red pear, so it's like a cherry tomato. Again, I'm pulling out the side shoots, and the tops even split as well. I noticed the tops were splitting, so I've taken out one side of the top as well. Coriander's gone absolutely mad. I didn't know coriander grew like that. I think that's all sort of gone to seed and gone to heck, I think. This side, what do we got here? This is my black cherry. These are my first black cherries that I did. So as you can see, they've got some nice growth on them. They're coming along beautifully. So once they reach the top of the poles, I think we'll call that a day and pinch them out, and then we'll just keep feeding them. So they've been fed. I fed them yesterday and they're all coming along beautifully. So let's take a wander up to the potato patch. And I don't know if you've seen these. I can't remember if I showed you these in my last video, but if not, let's do it now. We got some girls. We got some chickens. We're only looking after them actually for a friend of ours, my sister-in-law. So we're looking after some chickens, which we don't mind too much because the children get to have a look at them, and we get some eggs. And she's made the hut, if you like, and have a children's playpen, a playhouse. So it's pretty good, ingenious idea. So they're loving that. We're getting about 4 or 5 eggs a day, which is nice. Now the potato patch has gone mad. These are my first earlies. We've got flowers just starting to come out there. Some people have said, I've cut the flowers out, it gives the potatoes more of a chance. Not sure. I never really heard of that one before. But I have heard that once the tops die off, then your potatoes are pretty much ready. So they're all looking really good. We've topped all the bags up as far as we can, and they are all growing superbly. So plenty of water now, I believe, just to get those tubulars swelling up. And these are our seconds and main crop, second and main crop, and they're catching up lovely. And so we've got a little bit of earthing up to do there, bit of earthing up, but they're coming along beautifully. Yeah, so that was a good idea. The potato patch is looking good. So only really just to have a walk. There's nothing in the conservatory now. Everything has finished seed growing in there. Plum tree's doing well. We've got some, oh, it's actually a green gauge, sorry, it's a green gauge this one. But no, it's doing really, really well. So I'm happy with that. Also, our little pear tree that we planted, this will be its 2nd year. It's coming on beautifully. We've even got some little pears there growing up. I don't know how well they'll grow, being its 2nd year. But it's a mix of a dessert pear and a, what's that really hard pear? Conference pear. There we go. Always think of it as the really hard one, don't you? Let me know in the comments below what you think. This is the apple tree. Flowers all gone now. The apples are starting to form on it. Again, you know, I can't wait really to find out what these are, because I know you guys are going to have a clue on this for me. So once the apples start to appear, you'll be able to tell me what that is. So going down here to 2nd apple tree, doing really well. Again, all the flowers and all the little apples all coming along beautifully. So this has had a really good cutback in the winter, or just the end of the season, so that's doing really, really well. Didn't think we'd get anything on it, but we're still getting hundreds and hundreds of little apples. So I think, you know, we just got a little bit more work to do on that one, but we've got lots of work to do on this one. The top is still too high. We've cut the centre out so we can throw a hat for it, but it is just getting too high, so we've got a lot more cutting to do on that one. So there we go. That's the apple trees. So thank you guys, thank you all the subscribers and all the commenters. I do take your comments seriously, and I do try to reply to everybody, because you know, I don't take it lightly getting comments. It's fantastic. And also we've reached 130 subscribers, and I'm really, really happy with that. And why not tell all your friends and get them to subscribe as well. So from the sunny Isle of Wight, I'm going to sign off, and we'll see you next week.